Good morning, Roy.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I turned it over on here. I did see Led's little thing this morning talking about all the economic stuff going on today, and it is a pretty packed day. So I thought, you know what? Let's just look through it for a minute. And I don't think this even has everything in it that's going on, but we got the Bank of England's Dinger speaking at 9 o'clock. You got the housing market index coming out at 9. You got business inventories at 9. Natural gas changes at 9:30. You got the U.S. 4-week bill, high yield, and bid to cover at 10:30. You got Trump speaking at 10:40. You got Farr speaking at 1:05. And then you're like, whoo, let's take a break. Let's look what happened in the aftermarket. Nope, it is no break. South Korean stuff, New Zealand, Japanese stuff. That GDP could be a big mover in the market tonight. So if you are trading, be careful. You got Fed speaking overnight, Badaley speaking overnight for some reason. You got the Bank of Japan, Nakamura speaking. Hey, I think I said that right.
I think you did too.
You have Iran and European. We're not saying it again. You have Iran and European nuclear. Yeah, the Japanese capacity utilization month, everybody. So I would say that is a packed night. What just happened? We got a tank down. Let's go back and see. Ooh, that is a move down, brother.
Yeah.
I drew this little zone this morning. Well, you can see it has rejected that little zone this morning a couple times. I'm too busy going over stuff to talk. Hey, we got 23 of you here today. Welcome. A few more of that. I think Roy put some stuff in there today so the bots would pick it up. Who is tagging me? Oh, yeah, I see that. Dicker said, good thing you didn't do any United Healthcare leaves. Like, no shit.
Yeah.
Well, I think my reasoning yesterday, when I gave my reasoning why I didn't take them, I think that actually made sense. And it made sense to me. And then sometimes things make sense, and it's a good thing. So I listen to my sense. Uh-oh. What does Snoop do?
Nah, that's funny. Okay, so pretty interesting thing here on Periscope. Let me kind of flip over to that real quick. We have all of these green gamma bars. So what I'm learning in my very limited time with it, these are basically like stopping points, like brakes on a move. The red gamma is like fuel for momentum to move up. So what this shows me is we got a lot of brakes up above, right? So and not a lot of jet fuel below to get us the momentum we would need to break through all of that. So in the level of green gamma, you're going to have a lot more choppiness, a little bit slow movements, if you will. So as you can see to the upside, there's a lot of resistance, if you will. To the downside, you've got a little bit here, but you're at a spot now where red gamma is showing up. So you've got a little bit of fuel, but not a lot at all to push it one way or the other through any of those gaps. So they may need to tank this thing down to get to that gamma level to see if they can get enough momentum to see if anything above changes. So keep an eye on it.
And you got that. And if you'll go back over to mine.
Yep.
See that? Now you see Tide. What's Tide doing? Yep. Tide's doing Tide things. CBD is doing CBD things. So, yep. Just chill right now. That's what we're doing. Ended up, I'll be honest with you guys, since we don't hide anything from you guys. Had a good day in Take Profit Trader when we left, and ended up with a shit day in Take Profit Trader before we got back. Did not lose any accounts, but I dug myself some holes I got to dig out of. So,
yeah,
I kind of got in that damn chop and just kept thinking I was reading it right. And if you wasn't getting the right moves in it, and I sent this to Roy yesterday, the really frustrating part about it, let's look at it. You had 5,900 break. 1, 2, 3, 4 times, and it recovered all 4 times. If we were just patient, waiting for failed breakdowns, would have had a very great day. But nope, we rushed it and I tried to trade in the chop some, and I see that what happened with that came back and bit me in the ass. But the crazy thing is, I had a green day in Top Step, so and I was down a point in them and came back and got those green. More importantly, I traded this a little bit last night. Right, I ended up taking one more trade, and I got stopped out for another small win on it. So
Okay.
but these two combines at one point yesterday were down $1,200.
Wow.
And you come back over here, and I show you where I made it back up at. So we got down $1,200, and then finally, for some reason, I started reading this trend. So right here, we took a long, and we held it until the short hit, and got every bit of it back plus $500 or so, $400. So doing the right thing pays off, and I needed that after I kind of went through some shit with Take Profit Trader. Like,
Yeah.
I just wait there. I rush those trades over there sometimes, and a lot of times, I'll be honest with you guys, the majority of the time it works out. But the one time it doesn't work out is, oh boy.
Well, it's just such a brutal.
Yeah, so
Psychological.
what I got to do going forward is I got to stop trading the chop. I mean, there was no reason to keep trading yesterday. And
Yeah.
I think me and Roy kind of discussed a little bit this morning. 10 o'clock Central Time, I think we're both going to be pretty much done until at least 1 o'clock. If we want to trade more, we're just going to take a break, come back at 1 when you get volatility comes back in.
Exactly.
So Snoop's burning us up over here talking about the United Healthcare thing. 300 for June's got whacked, but holy, if the probe comes out clean, I don't think the probe's going to come out clean on the Department of Justice. No. I think there's been some fraud with them, and I think it is going to come out. Now, I'm not saying it's a bunch of fraud, but if you get any fraud at all, what happens? Anchor VWAP rule.
Shit.
I don't know why it's so hard to do Anchor VWAP every day. I did readjust my Top Step levels to make it easier so I don't have to go in and look at stuff every day. So if you see this blue line here, this blue line is this is the settlement. So this is where it closed at yesterday. This yellow line is yesterday's low. And let's see if we can see everything else. This green line is last week's high. There's a red line way down here that was last week's low. And then you've got a white line that is yesterday's high. So, and yes, I made a note so I can remember what it is exactly until I get it memorized right, because I did change the color so it wouldn't. I didn't want to look and see another color and wonder which one it was, if that makes sense. So
it does. You got put premiums kind of dropping here. We've got a little pop here. And as you can see on Periscope, the green gamma shrunk on these levels, but it is increased to here at this 5880.
So according to yours, if it goes up there to that 5880 or whatever, you would look for that to be a breakthrough or a resistance?
Resistance.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. You were saying that the green is pretty much it's kind of opposite. Green is a stop sign. Red
exactly.
Green is a red light and red is a green light.
Correct. So what you would really want if you're a bear is to get in this gamma down here, because that can accelerate it pretty quickly. But that's like 60 points away. So you first need to get to this gamma. But if this green gamma starts to shrink, then you'll see this move continued up. But as you can see, there is a lot of resistance ahead, which could signify a little bit of a trap if you get a pop, which you got a pop. So we're above anchored VWAP here. Yeah, no, just interesting learning.
You look at the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart, we actually had a break of a trend. Came back, retested that trend, popped back up. Now that's a crude trend line. I'm gonna say it's pretty accurate though, considering you got multiple hits here.
Yeah.
You can see it does not take long to draw a trend line. Damn, what did you put in there today? We got 56 people today.
Oh, I put Trump, Powell, PPI.
Everything, got you.
We got all the goods. Not inaccurate. I mean, we do need to go over that. What Powell said today was pretty interesting. They were going over the framework of the Fed.
Yeah, I saw where Nikki T posted a thing that isn't. What do you say? He made a comment about you're not getting any interest rate rumors or suggestions.
Yeah,
From which you didn't. It's more. Let me find what old Nikki T said, because anybody that doesn't know, Nikki T is Powell's guy.
Our Fed whisperer.
He is definitely the Fed whisperer. Wow, I didn't realize. Healthcare hit 16%, hit its lowest level since April of 2020.
Wow.
And notice I am looking. I'm trying to. So anybody's kind of wondering what I'm doing here, I will go back to the 5-minute for entries. But I dug deep into Mancini's strategy last night, and Roy knows because I sent him all the. I have to find out later. I sent him all the shit about it. I sent him probably. Let's look and see how many paragraphs this was. And this was just copy, man. I can't even count the number. It started. If it was a rap sheet and I held it up, it would hit the floor.
Yeah.
Because one thing about Mancini, he is very detailed.
Yeah.
I don't know if detail is the right word for it, but the more I dug into it, the more I really liked the strategy. So it takes a lot of stuff we already do in. Like, we could still, like, if this breaks, right, we would actually look for 5,900 break. I still have this here just in case. If it breaks, reclaims, pops, which then you would have a breakout, which he's against breakout trading, right? He's more of a failed breakout trader.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about a failed breakout. Well, you had one here, right? Pop back up. And then you had a failed, not only do you have a failed breakout, then you had a failed breakdown, you had a failed breakout. And then you had the true breakdown. Here's one of the key parts to this thing. Look at this consolidation you had right here.
Mm-hmm.
Broke down. Then what it did, consolidated right at that area, right? So it told you once it got above this, you were okay to take a long, which obviously you were.
Mm-hmm.
Came back down, retested, failed breakout again. So here's your second chance at an entry and take it. Now you're getting almost your third chance at an entry here. Do we go long here on this failed breakout move to the upside? Failed breakdown move to the upside. This is, and the more we consolidate here at this level, so you look here, we got a little bit of consolidation right here. So it's no surprise we're consolidating right here, right below 5,900.
Yep.
Consolidation. So you got a lot of consolidation here, which tells you that you should have a lot of orders probably still sit at those levels. They like that spot. You had a lot going on there. If we was to draw out the, let's look at it. Let's draw out the fixed volume range from last night to this morning. Well, look at all this consolidation here and here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all this consolidation here. Consolidation here we just talked about where it's consolidating at. So it's pretty simple. We can actually go all the way over here with it. Well, now look where all your consolidation is. Right here where we're struggling to. We got above it, but look, it's holding now, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing when you just back up and look at stuff. And of course, Roy knows when I have a bad day, what do? I go to digging into shit. So
yeah,
there's your digging into stuff this morning. CBD is negative 1,800 on this move back up. It got a little higher than that or a little lower than that, however you want to look at it. We saw something look right up to 5,900 and it rejected. I don't love it yet because Tide is not suggesting the breakdown yet with it. So this could be a couple tests. We could break above it. It could test a couple times and break back down. So kind of what we'll look at now is if it breaks below this level, we can look to go short, possibly. You do have all your EMA cluster right here. You got to remember that. So breaks 59, we would look for a retest and a bounce off that. There you go. How about that?
With that.
If anybody wanted education this morning, there you go. It is funny how it got back above that shelf right there, right? Came down and tested that shelf and bounced off of it.
Yep.
CBD is negative 800.
And you kind of flipping over to Periscope. You're in the middle of all this green. So what does it want to do? Just kind of keep riding up through it. I mean, if it can clear all of this, that would be obviously uber bullish. Yeah, I mean, what a stick.
Look at your tide. Your call premiums are going straight up. Your put premium are coming straight down. And your volume has got almost back to zero.
Yeah.
That is a big time change. Wonder why we got the reversal there. Got up to, what did we get to? 0575, then came back some, rejected. 5,900 holds, though. This is a bullish move. CBDs went back to a negative 1,000.
Yeah, so what I'm interested to see is how it handles this green bar right here. Does this show as support, right? Remember, it's breaks. So green is a stop sign. That's a lot of green gamma to kind of stop the move, which corresponds with the 5,900 on ES. Let's see if that can continue to hold as support.
Well, CBD is back to about negative 1,100. Your tide did change a little bit, so. Well, I love your screen there, but that's kind of boring just to look at.
I know. Sorry, I was on it. Okay. Yeah, so it is holding a support right now. Oh. Get another retest of it. As long as it can hold that 5,900.
Yeah, I want to see it hold. I want this candle to close. And then I would love a retest of 5,900 there. Then that would be a good entry for long, in my opinion. Even though we do have this wick, we noticed yesterday these wicks do get covered up a lot. So I do like 5,900 hold. You do have a few orders below it, but you got more above it. What you would do is, what you'll see me do more today is you'll see me, I think I'm going to put an order in at 5,900, even though I suggest you don't put just regular orders in anywhere, but you know, we're going to see if that'll fill, and then we're going to try to, if it does fill, we'll scale out of it. See if we can play this way. CBD is negative 800 now. It's going back towards zero. So is tide. And we might not get filled here. We might not. There's your tide. You can see it's doing tide things. We're so close to getting filled though. General market tide is not really bullish. So SPY holdings is, wow. But look at that volume going up.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this could be if we get in at 5,900, I would put my stop probably around this anchored VWAP area right below it if we do get an entry. Looks like it's just going to dance right above it and not give us an entry. I'm not going to chase it just because I want to try to get at least 10 full points out of it if it does go down or if it does go back up. But we shall see. We shall see. This is close. I got the 5901 there. We got right 5975. At least we're not playing with the 5150 level anymore. How about that?
Yeah.
That thing was a magnet for the whole damn week.
Oh, it was tough to say.
Yeah, we're so close. All right, we're in it. So we're going to look at our first exit would be at 10. And we might not get there, but and then if it gets 10, we would scale out 3. And then we would hold runners. Then that gives us a lot of room to play with if it does go. I am in this same trade and take profit trader, same exact setup, same exact take profit, same exact everything. So whatever you see here, you see there. I do like this stop being here at 58.92. So I'm going to put a stop here at 58.92. And we'll let it play out. We either make $200 or we have a chance to make $250. That's a little better than 1-to-1 risk reward. Of course, now we get in it and put premiums go crazy again, so volume comes down. But we're here, so we will not move these stops up. Once we get to that 59.10, if we get to 59.10, I will probably go on and move my stop up to break even. I'm not going to be as aggressive with my stops or as not aggressive, but lenient with my stops as he is.
Well, yes, he lets it dance. That's for sure. You do have yesterday and the day before's anchored VWAP right above us. So that being a spot that if you pop, that would say that basically anybody long on the last 2 days are on average green. So.
Well, the thing about this trade and this setup, and it might not work, it might come all the way back down, and that could have been a false breakout, and then we break back down. But the thing I like about it is, and this would kind of go to the Roy talking about automating trading.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of trading like this takes your emotions out. So you had a level, it broke it. You had a retest, it kind of bounced back off of it, did not go back up like I was expecting it to. Of course, now it might not be over with yet, but you got orders at 59.05, then you got orders at 59.10. Roy, I was telling Roy yesterday, we had some big ass orders in Globex last night. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Had about 700 orders, and they were not algo orders, but they were moving them around, which was kind of strange to see. Normally, you don't see that. Only thing I can assume is you had a intern at the office that was playing. He's like, y'all want to see something funny? We're going to put all these orders in here and just keep moving it. But, yeah, this trade is... Roy, please tell me you didn't follow me on that trade.
I did, but that's okay.
Well, yeah, your tide has just turned back to just complete garbage. CVD is going back to negative 1,700. We are getting a move back up, but 5,900 might not break back up. So, we will trial and error this bitch till we get it right. And I'm out with everything. So not a good start there. The play was to break back down, and we get that. So now let's say you see this little trend, and I don't know if this is the actual right trend or not. It'll probably be more like that.
So looking at Periscope, we basically got to that green, and now we're back into these smaller bars. So there's not as much support below, with, again, kind of resistance above. So you could see potentially just kind of a drag move back down. It really needs to hit this 58.50 level for continued momentum. But as you can see, they're protecting it right above. So you'd want to see this line get down to these smaller bars, and then you could probably get a little bit more movement on the market side.
Yeah. You got orders sitting right above 58.82, right at 58.82. So that's probably right around that level you were looking at.
Mm-hmm.
CBD is just kind of chilling negative 1,700. It's not really doing a lot here. You're tied. So. But like we said, once you get down, you got all these EMAs that had to go through. So this should take a minute. If it breaks that and breaks that trend, we gotta run her down, boys and girls. Should, but look at it pop. This is gonna really piss me off. I thought I had her stop at a good spot, but maybe I didn't.
EU and Lutnick agree to accelerate discussions.
All right, what is up with financial juice?
Lead asked, as an advanced Periscope user, do you always use all for DTE? Yes, I do. I always use all. And no, I'm not an advanced Periscope user. Thank you.
He's trying to get time out again today.
Trying to get around.
You're going to do it this time.
Well, if you look here, the green has now evaporated below us, so that may turn red. You want to look at that, because if that turns red, that's accelerant to move it down. So here's a more zoomed in look at that level. So, yeah. This pop, though, I mean, that wick, does it get filled?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that was a failed breakout. Could be wrong, but I've been wrong before. And we should, if it does go down, I would expect it. Possibly could get to those lows. I don't know.
Let's see. Big difference between 0 DTE. Yeah. That is a big difference.
If you want to do the end of day trade, go full dig and you do 0 to around 345.
Yeah, so this is what he's seeing on 0 DTE. See these red gammas showing up. Positionings all over the place. So, yeah, maybe this actually would be an more convenient for us to look, since we do trade so quickly. Oh, we'll play around with it. Keep it at it. What a wick.
Yeah, what a wick. Of course, you're getting a breakdown in your tide is showing this move. CBD still holding negative 15, negative 1,600 around there, so it's not really moving a lot with this move back up. I'm giving my alpha here. Giving some alpha here. Dude. Boy, don't get mad just by talking shit today. It's not a good day. I'm not in the best mood.
Not a good start today, no.
No. Today's not a good joking around day.
It will be, though. It's going to turn around. It's going to be a good one. Battling anchored VWAP here. I mean, failed breakdown, right? So you can.
You are getting a little move back with Tide. Well, it was that quick. As soon as I say it, every time I say something on Tide, it changes. So I'm gonna quit saying shit with Tide. And this could be a chop fest again. Right now, we are. I mean, you look at the move down we got overnight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then is this a V-shaped recovery or is this a flag here? I'm saying it's more of a V-shaped recovery, but down comes Periscope. Not for real, but not your Periscope, this Periscope. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie.
No.
There's a bunch
I was
of
going to
them.
say, as you were saying, it was actually coming down. We are hitting that fuel on the 0DTE.
But it can't break down. It hit anchored VWAP there. It couldn't break that down. I mean, not anchored, regular VWAP. And of course, the electrified fence, the 200.
Yeah.
CVD is negative 2,400 now, but your Tide is not showing the same thing right this second. So no trades over here. I did short
general market side
on take profit trader around 96.50. So I'm a couple $150 out right now. So
Periscope.
if we can get down and get my loss back, that would be great. What now, Roy?
Periscope entering the red gamma bar here on the 0DTE. So we want to basically accelerant would be that to be able to break through a few more levels here. So once you get to that bar, that can be the spot where it can just kind of break right through or bounce right back up. There is gamma above us now. So it could come back, hit this, and then rip itself up to this one. So just keeping an eye on it.
Yeah, CBD is negative. We got to negative 25, came back to negative 24, back to negative 2,500 again. Right now it's yesterday's chop fest again. So
yeah,
until we get a clean break. Yeah, I took it over here just because I like to move back down, but then Tide shifted on me immediately. So Bookmap still giving me the same thing. It's showing 87.50. That's kind of the spot we could get to, but I mean, there's a shit ton of orders from 90 down to 85 and then 80. But this Tide is nasty looking. Saying that, CVD is still negative 2,300. So you're not having, even though Tide's not looking great, you're not having buyers step in really. So yet. I think I'm about to reach out to a boy at Financial Juice. Like, look, bro, your shit's not updating, and I paid you money for it. And I'm sitting here, and the last news I have was last night. I have no MO balance, nothing. Does it break above 5,900 again, or is this another rejection point? We are now taking a little red on this, and we will stop out if it breaks above that high. Damn, Snoop, probably done, but I picked up some 400 calls for June. What the hell?
June.
Yeah, it's probably done. I wouldn't touch that thing right now. And the more you dig into United Healthcare, I mean, I've had them. They're shit. They're the reasons why my knee is what my knee is right now, because they would not approve a MRI when I tore my meniscus. And they said, no, you need to do rehab first. And the doctors are like, we actually need to see what's wrong with it before we do rehab. And they're like, no, you have to do rehab first. And guess what ended up happening? Went through rehab, got worse. When they finally do an MRI, my meniscus had grown back around my knee. So instead of meniscus being in between my knee, my meniscus is grown around it and just does absolutely nothing. And that's thanks to United Healthcare. But if they would have approved the damn MRI to start with, guess what? We wouldn't have this problem today. I'm taking a SPY, 1 day expiration put if we back anchor be up again. It's not a bad play. SPY, all this stupid shit, and then look at volume.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We're still holding this damn thing. We're a couple points off of entry now. We might go and cut this thing if we get back to that 96.50 level and just say, hey, you know what? I'm not seeing it the best right now, so we'll back up. And then, of course, it could run right back to it. So who knows? Volume just turned back red. CVD went to negative 1,600. Now it's back to negative 1,900. We are going to, I want to taste that SPX 58.
It's interesting as, again, I'm trying to study this thing as we go. The gamma on the next level down really increased on the green side. So it's almost like they're like, okay, we're good here. No more dropping. But again, just trying to read it. It's can be very tricky. But so if we may just found our spot to stop on the move down.
Well, I talk about financial juice, and guess what? All my updates just came through.
Look at that, the power.
That's still annoying as shit. Are you watching us? Because I promise you, we'll find another news source. I don't know who we could find, but there's got to be somebody else out there that gives everything in a nice little handy one-stop shop. And I'm not buying Bloomberg terminal, so I don't know if have you ever looked at how much that costs?
Yeah, I think we've talked about it like $3,000.
Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, I think to get the main one is like 16 grand or something to get everything per month.
Yeah.
Now you get instant news. There's no delay. There's no nothing. It's instant news. I get that, but fuck, my gosh, this thing is just not breaking up, out, or down. So
yeah.
Notice we hadn't taken anything here on the XFA. We did that earlier. That test was in the combine. I don't know why I took it in the combine. I'm glad I did now, but I just don't trust Trump's rush for AI deals, and the Gulf opens a rift with China hawks. Some Trump officials want to slow NVIDIA and AMD sales to the Middle East. That is not bullish. JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon says recession is still on the table for the U.S. He is short. Ukraine's President Zelensky, Ukraine won't recognize occupied land as Russian. I think he just talks just to keep his name in the news sometimes.
So it's battling this 99.
Yeah, I keep wanting to short it on the 90, 5,900 level, but I just can't pull the trigger over here. I'm not really getting any confirmation or getting any big moves either way yet. So, and as long as these EMA clusters are holding it right here, I mean, it'd be stupid to do anything, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's just nothing. It does look like it wants to break out to the upside, but there's really no gamma that would fuel it. But again, this guy popping up here shows me that there's maybe the stop sign.
Below it? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, right below it. And then you've got this. So this was red, now it's green above. So we've got four. But if you, yeah, I mean, it does just kind of, it's suggesting it's just going to hang out, is what it's suggesting to me. So,
Well, we hadn't. Tide just looked. Volume just took a turn down on Tide. If you want to swap over, that's interesting.
Yeah. We're getting to move down here.
But you can see it's still holding here, and it's still got anchor VWAP to go through. So, yeah, I don't know. This is. It has a little. Okay, put premiums are popping pretty good now. CBD is growing. You got orders popping. 300 orders sitting at 58.87.50. I would take that and run with it. So we got 84 people today. So the only thing you didn't put in the title was FOMC. You should have put that in there. Maybe we got 170.
All right, we are getting a nice move here.
Yeah, I wish I would have took it that 50. I said that 5,900. Of course, it's only 5 or 6 points here, which is not a ton, but 5 or 6 points is 5 or 6 points. That's $150 or so. So we'd be feeling a little better about our overall self. CBD is just not doing it though. I don't get it. It's only at negative 1,400, so it's not really moving. So I don't know if this is just them pushing it down to see if there's buyers down here. They're going to buy it back up, or what this is. The volume's not really there with it, so. We are back in the green on this trade over here, so we can get a little more. That would be fantastic if we get this break of the 21. And oh man, that I don't even want to say it. There's the break of the 21. If you can hold it down, you got orders at 90 now. I mean, dare I say, can we? Damn it, but that is not pretty for long.
No, I mean, to me.
Here's your tail right here. That's where you got a few orders sitting there. They pulled the orders down at 87.50 though. Very interesting. I don't know where they went. They didn't put them anywhere else. This is the key. This breakdown here. I'm back to green on this trade. I will not let this trade turn red again. So if it does pop back up to 96.50, we will cut this trade. But I do want to give it a little bit of room here to see if we can. I don't want to just take profit here. Probably should have took profit there, but being this close to VWAP. CBD has gone to negative 1,800. Your order is dropping a little bit around the 80 level. So this is kind of keeping me in. 80 would clean my day up and give me a green day overall. And there's a pop back up off VWAP. See if this is Sustained move. CBD went to negative 1,700. Now back to negative 1,800. I guess VWAP shows 91. You got the order sitting right above it, 91 to 90. So there's that. Break this down. We could get a nice move, but so far, no bueno. No bueno. Of course, you do break that down. You got this little trend here, which this is the crude trend line, so it's not that, but you break it, you got to there. Who is sending a Substack out already this morning? I got to turn Bear Cave. Who are they shorting? Problem at 2 paper product companies. I don't give a shit, Bear Cave. I don't know how I subscribe to some of these Substacks. I'm going to be honest with you. The Bear Cave I followed, if anybody doesn't know, they were the small fish in the big pond a while back. And I did not mind following them. I didn't have to pay any money, just followed them, gave them a little extra stuff. Tired of saying we're going down, play through, baby. I agree, Lad. That's kind of why I'm still in this trade. But CBD is not growing with it. Bookmap tells us if we break 90, 85, 80, and then there's really nothing down there. So you got more orders stacked to the upside, you do the downside. There's the break, though. They just cleared orders all the way down to 80. I don't know what the hell just happened. They just cleared orders, though.
You are now on red gamma. You're right on top of red gamma. The green gamma above it has shrunk. The green below it has increased a little bit. So you could see what you'd want to see is an accelerant down to the next green, which coincides probably with your 85 level.
Yeah, their orders 85 and 80. I really want 80. Which would actually bring us back down in here. Let's look at this a little closer here. See where our volume. So we're breaking down below a volume shelf. So you can see if we do get a breakdown, we could come down to this 81 level. That's where it comes back out a good bit. We still hadn't broke the last hurdle, which is kind of holding. We need to break through this to see this and this level. Which this one will put us right at 80. You see the consolidation. Oh, break this trend line. Break this trend line. Break this trend line. We are so close to back even on the day. Why did I not take 5,900 on this down top step? Why? CBD did pop a little bit at that time. It's got to negative 21. It's negative 2,000 now. You got your 50 here. It's got to go through. I can be honest with you guys. I don't like this little bounce up. Well, I say that, and then Tide goes right back in my down direction. Tide looked like it was going to drop down.
Mm-hmm.
You had this little dip here, and then you had this little pop. Volume is kind of coming up a little, so there's something to watch. I don't want to be a Roy and cut it too early, but I don't want to hold it too long either. How you like that, Led? Don't want to be a Roy.
In a life full of lead, in a world full of leads, be a Roy.
What if I can be neither? How about that? Be a Monty. I'm gonna be a Monty. Orders are 85 then 80. They pulled a lot of the orders that were up higher. I don't know what that actually means, why they pulled them. There should be a reason. But they got right down that damn trend line. Why did I have to draw a trend line right there? If anybody doesn't know, every time I draw a line, it's resistance. I don't give a shit what you're doing with it. It's resistance there at that point.
Let's see. Got, again, right on top of that red. Green is building and shrinking above. Building below, shrinking above. That would suggest that could get a pop up, but
Well,
too hard to read.
Building below and then shrinking above.
Yeah, the green.
That would mean that you would get a move down, right?
Well, it could be a move up because right, you have less green gamma up top. Now you have increased green gamma below. So what you could do is get an accelerant down, and then it gets under this green level, and then does this level here go red? That's what you'd want to see if you're in a short.
Come to 85. CBD's back to negative 22, growing. Oh my gosh, the volume on Tide took a nosedive, then kind of chilled for a second. So it's holding up here at the 50 on the 5 minute. I wouldn't take it there. Look, I needed a win on this side. I'm still down a tad bit, but not much. And I'm actually going to take it. Ooh, son of a bitch. I want to take it right there. I like this move back down eventually, to be honest with you. Give me a little pop here. Of course, Roy's saying the opposite. He's saying that it could pop. Son of a bitch. Why did I cut it?
Yeah, closing. Well, Tide is suggesting that you've got more downside moves. If you go to general market Tide, my gracious, it's nasty. It just puts a rising calls or yeah.
All right, we're going to play level to level. So we're going to look at what we got in here. So we're going to look to scale 1 at 85 if it gets there. And then we would look to scale 2 at 80. And then hold runners down. That's kind of the plan.
So we got again right on the yeah. Increase gamma here. Decrease. We'll get an update in about 90 seconds, so keep an eye on that.
Yeah, your tide. You call it. Your tide is just. Look at that general tide. My gosh.
Yeah, general tide is crazy, but bearish.
Well, look at holdings.
Yeah.
Kind of gave us that look this morning, right? So
yeah,
going long up here was very dumb. Thinking about back on what Tide was saying. Now we might get a pop back up here to there. Let's see if we can come back down here. That's really what I wanted my entry, but I put it on the level there. You are getting a little uptick in volume here. CBD is negative 2,500. I mean, it's coming down, going up, however you want to say it. It's going the opposite way of the move. Take us down to the 85 level. Come on. Just do it. Just do it for daddy. Volume is going up. Put premiums are popping. CBD is now negative 2,600. Like I said, CBD is rising a little bit on this move up. Which typically means we get a move back, but not always. It is. They actually did pop in and move it. They moved to 24, then went right back to negative 2,500. One thing for certain that I don't like is we are fighting the overall trend here by doing this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. Never. Let's see anchor view up. See it rejects down from there. Or if it breaks back through. CBD is negative 22 now. So it is going up a little. You're getting a slight pop in call premiums, and volume is going back toward the zero line. What was you going to say, Roy?
I was just thinking, I mean, another failed breakdown, right?
Yeah, it is. But what gets me is I think this is more of a failed breakout.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is just looking at, you got all your other indicators are bearish, right?
Oh,
your CBD is bearish. I don't know what just happened there.
We had
Your tide is bearish.
So we had a shift in Periscope. This was really green, just went red, and below was shrunk the red. So they basically moved the gamma up. So you could get you want to see these. Sorry, I've got the squawk box on, so when they talk, I'm listening. What you want to see is these red bars kind of stack on each other, and that would give it a little bit more fuel. So you just now have two red bars on top. So as you would expect, it is in kind of a decision mode here that just be patient and you'll be able to see what the actual move is going to come.
CVD is back to negative 2,400. Yeah, Trump targets billions in energy grants for a new round of audits. You are getting a pop here in premiums, but look, your volume is turning back down. So let's see if this falls with it. I don't like it being above that. That's not a good sign, but let's see if they can push it back down. CBD is negative 2,200. Other than that, we got about 89 of y'all in here now. Hey, welcome, bots.
No, look at
Glad to have y'all back.
I do have a call at the top of the hour. It may last probably like 15, 20 minutes. I know.
We won't call it then. Be done.
We've got anchored VWAP above right now. Got a minute left on this candle. See if we can hold above it. Well, it's testing it now. Nice wick to the top.
Yeah, your call premiums just dropped. Volume's going back down. You're getting a slight pop in put premiums. CBD is negative 2,200. You got Germany's Chancellor Mars speaking. We will continue March. We will continue. We will confiscate frozen Russian assets if legally possible. Ooh. They finna take some folks' money. Man, have I been getting chopped up this week? Absolutely, Dickard. Speaking to the choir, brother. Speaking to the choir. Preaching to the choir. We're all in the same boat. Seems like we'd eventually learn, don't it? Mancini, low volatility, slow chop, continues the S, and it's key to the lock-in gains, level. Leave runners and not overtrade. Get your points leveled out, shut the platform down. 58.30, reclaim triggered up. That's posted. Check it's 5,900. Now he's saying 59.10, 18.25 can do more. Well, we got to reclaim 5,900, brother. And 58.30. What? Where does he 58.30? We did not reclaim. We didn't even check 58.30. What the hell is he talking about? said 58.30 somewhere around?
I do not. Hold on. I got a call I got to take real quick. Hold on.
All right. Well, we're still in this trade. We're going to hold it until either we hit our stop or we come down and make some money. One of the two. I'm not loving CVD now, but Tide is kind of popping. You see your put premium kind of holding, but your volume is coming down. Holdings is still nasty. You are getting a little move up in volume on holdings. Let's look at general market Tide. You are seeing a little same thing, a little volume increase. So this could actually turn here, or it could be just support. We are fighting the trend. The trend is up. So maybe I need to be like Mancini and stop looking for shorts. Just play only longs. He only plays longs, by the way. I didn't know that until I dug into his stuff, but it actually makes sense. No matter what market, especially though in a bull market, an uptrending market, he's going to play the longs. But what's kind of interesting to me is when I saw when he plays the longs on the bear markets or the downtrending markets, he's looking for just pop back ups. That's it. It is not short. So I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see. We'll see. We're getting close to. I'm going to stop trading at 10 o'clock. This is my last trade. I will not trade anything between 10 and 1 anymore. I'm done with that choppy mess. Could get a move in. Could not get a move in. I don't really care. I'm not going to watch it. So we got that going for us. Roy, you back?
I'm back. Let me just send this message real quick.
10-4. Volume is starting to move back down. CVD's back below negative 2,000. For a second it was. Now it's not. So, look, guys, you got 5,900 as level. You got a couple levels up top. You got 58.85 low. That's your two levels to watch. If neither one of those can test, then we're just going to shop around in here. This is a stupid trade to be in. Need to cut it, but don't want to cut it here at a loss. We'll see if it can come back down on us and maybe give us a move. I'm just really frustrated with the whole day and yesterday. So,
yeah, I'm trying to read this, and it's saying, this red popped up, pushed it up higher. Your green game is shrinking here, so my guess is you could get a pop, but it doesn't look like there's enough momentum to really break all of this resistance above. So, yeah, then there is a bit of resistance below, so there's not really – I think the market is just going to kind of grind a bit and chop. It's definitely doing that. You did get a pop here off of VWAP itself, but
this
will definitely be a 10-minute candle by candle to the upside. Sorry, real quick.
No, you're good. We're to the point now on EMAs and VWAP. It's support sometimes, resistance sometimes, and it just blows right through it. So it's kind of hard to take anything off those. Hey, it is what it is. We're gonna have a losing trade here. Like I said, I'm gonna at least take a break probably till 1 o'clock. I'm not gonna sit here. Yesterday I sat here pretty much all day, and that came back and bit me in the ass. I'm not doing that again. You got a few hours there that is just complete shit. Trading, we're getting a nice move down here for some reason. I just keep talking about shit market. My dog just farted. Maybe that's what happened. Oh, she's nasty. What happened. You gotta go outside. You are sick. Right around a turd. There's no doubt. Welcome to Monty's world. CVD just popped and dropped back down. Now pop back. I don't know. Tide is suggesting once again that there should be more downside move. One thing I've learned. Oh, there you go. One thing I've learned. Roy's talking about Periscope, and I think Periscope can be a valuable tool with us. But you got to use it with other tools.
It can't be its own thing.
So now let's see. Is this going to hold now? Or is it going to run right through it? I really wish it would run right through it. I am back green on this trade on Take Profit Trader. So I do have a target of. I got it at 58.85.75 to sell 2 of the 5. I just don't know if we can get there. You got orders right above there now. But Digger called it. You're not getting any follow through, right? I mean, it just came down. It tested that. Yesterday's low, or excuse me, last week's. Yeah, yesterday's low, and held. Of course, the worst thing ever could happen is when we talked about this, when your entry is support or resistance, depends on which way you're playing it. That is never a good sign. And now the damn thing pops right back up after it gets down there. This is a big move up. This thing's fixing to take us out here. I don't understand it looking at Tide. I don't understand it really looking at Bookmap. So if I don't understand two different things, what do we do, Roy?
Cut it off.
So that's what we're at. We're on this next trade. We got a few minutes. So if anybody's got any questions, going to throw those out there. We're fixing to wrap this up before Roy has to go take his call. And I don't want to, I love you guys. I just want to sit here and talk nonstop while I'm watching myself.
Huge gamma shift here. We got a lot of green gamma showed up above, and that red stayed put. So they're basically putting stop signs up above us. And the gamma shifted less below us. So if it wants to move down, it has a recipe to do so. This is telling me the upside is pretty limited, is what it's telling me.
Yeah, that's good. Just see where my stop's at. Is my stop above that gamma or below? I get right on top of it, probably. So,
yeah, it. Yeah, if it wants to play ball, we're here for it. If anybody has any questions or concerns, we've put a lot of stuff. It's been a tough couple days for us trading wise. It's just the nature of it. Some days you got it, some days you don't. It's just been a choppy mess, really. So
some days you're the windshield, some days you're the bug.
Yeah, that's unfortunately been the motto too often on the bug side of things.
Yeah.
So,
but it is what it is. Well, we trade for another day. So even if we do get stopped out here, guess what? Our accounts are not blown, and we're not going to force anything after that point. We'll come back this afternoon and see if we get a sustainable move. That's kind of been when you're getting your moves, I guess, kind of afternoon. You've been getting kind of all over the place. So
yeah, definitely.
Typically, it's at open and this afternoon. Volume is, you see your volume here at the bottom. Volume still declining, which it should be. This is normal. This is not out of the ordinary, but your volume this morning was not very high on open. It was actually really low on open. So you had a pop here at 9 o'clock. I guess we had some news come out at 9. The housing market news and all that stuff. So typically you don't see this candle being higher than the opening one, but are you guys going to stream when you get back on? I won't be back on today. If I trade, me and Roy will not be together trading. We'll be doing all
just random. So no, unfortunately, we won't be back streaming.
So I love you guys, but once in the morning's enough. I don't want to put any more pressure on myself. Yeah, it is. That's not that we put pressure on ourselves, but that we have to take trades. It's never easy being wrong. It's really not easy being wrong with an audience.
Yeah, think about definitely.
That. But it's all good. It's all love here. So it's no hate or anything. No talking bad about anybody. It's just we got to have breaks too from everything. And when I've had a bad day to start, I don't really want to. No offense to Roy, I just don't really want to talk to anybody else the rest of the day.
Yeah, completely get it.
Look like we're going to get a move down. We get a move right back up. This thing is just, it's definition of chop. We should not be in this trade. I got back green a second ago. I should have cut this damn thing and ran, but nope. Instead, I'm going to get stopped out here. I got stopped out there. Let's exit all these so we don't have any orders popping up out of the blue. I'm fixing to call it a day on both sides. It hadn't hit my stop on Take Profit Trader, but we're damn close. So, yeah, there we go. It hadn't hit it now, but I am going to cut it here just in a second. Maybe. I want to come back. So if it's gonna come back, I'm gonna let it come back. So my red is not as red. Does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly.
And then I can always cut it if it pops right back up. So every time I go to hit the damn cancel exit all, it pops right back down. Don't love this. This is we're out. We're done. We're calling there. We're $250 down to take profit trade. That's not horrible. It is what it is. That's only one account. I am not copy trading this mess. So anyway, that's today's episode of how to be a loser.
Oh, don't say that. No, we just.
You ever read the book, The Biggest Loser Wins? I mean, The Best Loser Wins?
I haven't read it, but I've seen it, yeah.
Well, the same concept here. We're the best losers today.
Yeah, not the best day, but, again, we're fighting another day. Live to battle. So, all right, mate. We'll call it there. Guys, thanks for tuning in.
Appreciate it. Yep. Oh, 92 of y'all, 80, say 15 of you real people. Welcome. Thank you. Rest of your bots, come back tomorrow and see what happens. Oh, tomorrow's Friday, so no trading tomorrow. No stream. Be back Monday.
Right, guys.
And then we got a short week right after that. So
yeah.
Is it the following? Yeah, I'm going to Arkansas. All right, guys. Catch you guys later.